Hello everyone, this is another video on how to fill in the PTG system. First of all, you need to understand that you only need to fill in the PTG system if the total SLT that you will be conducting online is between 30 to 79%. That means if you're doing something online but it does not exceed 29, meaning it's still between 29% and below, then you don't need to fill in this system. Alright, so what you can do is you do a rough estimation based on your course outline first by unit, and then see which part is going to be conducted online, and then you decide whether it exceeds 30% or not. If it does, then you have to fill in this system. Right, that's the first part that we have to be clear of. Then once you want to apply, then you go to ptg.aa.unimas.my, go for new application. Automatically it will pull your data from my class and system, and then you'll be able to fill in the necessary detail. For example, here I'm going to put my faculty, I'm going to put undergraduate, the semester, and then I'll put the courses. The courses will be automatically detected for you based on the semester. So that means if you don't see your courses here, you need to check with your program coordinator so that you can be assigned correctly. And then the details are also from my class. For example, the course outline version, you're going to use the latest one. Course category, what category is it? This one is faculty program or whatever. So in this case, this is core courses, so faculty core courses. And then you have to match it with your program. In this case, the program by your faculty. So I will be going for mine here, and then I'll go for next. So section B is the one that I think a lot of people are a bit confused. So what you can do is you can see your total SLT for teaching and learning here without including the assessment. It's 108. You can match it with your course outline. If I go to my course outline here, you will see it's the same, 108. So before you even fill in the system, do a manual calculation first, like which unit you will be going online. In this case, for example, I'll be doing this 2 unit online, for example. Then my total here will be 32. And then maybe I will have another one here, for example, or maybe only 1 week based on this. So you do your calculation. If it exceeds 29%, meaning 30% onwards, then you have to fill in the system. Okay, so what you need to do now is to go by unit, add learning unit. It will automatically get your learning unit from the course outline. So if you have made changes to this over time, what you can do is you just put the similar one based on the version that you're referring to, the course outline that you're referring to. Let's say this is unit 1, all right, and then I'll put my resources. Resources here refers to the how to put it, the things that I will be using to teach. All right, it could be my slides, it could be my WebEx or my Google Meet or Microsoft Teams, things that you use to teach, right, for the resources. So in this case, maybe I'll just put live online lecture, and then perhaps I will have my slides, whether it's recorded or what. Maybe you can just put, for example, let me put here presentation slides. Okay, if you have other things like articles, or you have other things like an ebook, you just list it out. Then you can just put here, for example, file. All right, and maybe in this case I will be using Microsoft Teams. All right, even though it's not part of the eLib. Okay, so what we can do is we just list the things on eLib and also the tools that we use for the resources. So the resources part is the time that we use. Now the problem is like this. You can see here the total SLT for level is 8. If you go to my course outline, is indeed 8. So you don't fill 8 for resources because you have to split it, according to your planning. Let's say I will be teaching 2 hours of online, let's say through Microsoft Teams, and all the activities or the resources that I put on eLib for teaching purposes. And then the independent learning time will be 1, for example. Then I'll be doing activities as well. So maybe I will ask them to do online forum. After that, maybe I will also ask them to do a time quiz. So you specify. This is just for practice, or activities are non-graded, okay? Because if it's graded, then you go to assessment portion. So in this case, let's say I'll be using eLib forum, and maybe I will just use quiz. So for the eLib tool, you just name according to the same name that you see on eLib. For example, in eLib, if you use forum, just put that forum, right? So what I will do here, you can see 8 here, right? So I have used up 3 here. So I only have 5 left. So maybe 2 hours for them to do the activities on their own, using some activities that I conduct, whether online, together, or they can do it as a blended learning activities, and then 3 learning hours. So it will be 8. If you want to match it carefully, you can also do it according to this, because it's 5 here, and then your teaching is 3. Look at your course outline, use 5 here. Then you can also do so. For example, this one, I'll change it to 2 and 3, and then this one I will maintain 1. So it's 3 hours of you being there to guide them. Activities, maybe you are there to guide them during the session. You can show them the forum and whatever. And then the 5 hours here will be the one that they do it on their own, they learn on their own. So it matches here. Okay, 5 and then 2 and 1. So you have 3, 5. So in total is 8. Just make sure the total is 8. If you need to make some adjustment, because it's common, what you plan on the course outline is for the physical face-to-face. But when we go online, sometimes we probably spend more time on either one of this. So you can just change as long as it's within the 8 hours of SLT. You don't exceed it. All right. So next, I saved. I will add. Then you will see that I have to add more here. Let's say I add another one, another unit. So go to this one, and then same thing. I'll repeat the same steps. Let's say this time around, I will be using still recorded lecture. Maybe this time I only use recorded lecture. I will not be doing live. Then I will put here YouTube. If I record my video, and then I have file, okay, for the resources for the articles. Then I will go to my course outline again. I will see here 6 hours of me being there. All right, I mean supposedly, okay, and then 8 hours of independent learning. So what I will do is maybe I will just do 3, 4, and then 3, 4. So you can see the total is 14, because based on the course outline. So this one, maybe I'll ask them to do digital mind map, maybe I'll ask them to do online learning, online forum, and then maybe another time quiz. Okay, so same thing. I will be using quiz, I will be using mind map on eLib, maybe I will also use FigJam, or I will also use quizzes, maybe, because depending on your planning. All right, so I have the PTG part already and all that, and then you can see my teaching and learning part is within range, but I need to fill in the course out, the assessment. Okay, so the assessment. This is the part that I think a lot of people ask me, because if you go to assessment, you'll be wondering, I'm not going to do the assessment, like I'm not going to carry out the assessment online. But if you're asking them to submit online, then you have to set at least one. Maybe do continuous assessment, pick assessment 1. Let's use assignment 2. If you use turn it in, you just specify turn it in. If you use assignment 2. Or if you ask them to do journal entry, just specify the tool that you use for that purpose. So just follow your course outline. According to your course, my course outline here, 003. So I will be having 0 and 03. Okay, and then save. Okay, if I go to my summary now, section C, you can see that it's still 20.83, because even though I'm within the range, you can see that because I only specify 2 units, it's still not within the 30%. So technically speaking, if you see this here, not achieved, you don't have to fill this. So you don't have to click the next one, endorsement. So you can carry out doing your online one without having to fill in the PTG status. Okay, all right, so alright, because the online portion of my SLT is not within this range. So you can abandon this submission. You don't have to go for a submission here. But let's say I want to really do online more. I want to have more online session because I want it to be 30 to 79. Then what I will do is I will have to fill in another unit, because you have to refer to the unit that you will be online. Let's say unit 1, unit 2 will be online because of the first 4 weeks. Then I will jump to this one. All right, this one maybe because I need to carry out online during the Gawai break. So same thing. I just this is just simply keen to show you, right? So just put here journal, and then file. Maybe I use WebEx this time. So I have here 5, 4, 15. So 5, 4 is 9. So 9 is supposed to be guided. So I can have 5 here and 4. You can see activities here. Activities can be maybe forum, maybe time quiz and all that. So I'm going to use quiz, forum. That's the tool name. Yeah, if you're using other tools like Quizzes, Kahoot, whatever, just put it in the box here. Make sure you use them. All right. Then I have 5, 4, and then I have 15 hours of independent learning. So I can divide, maybe this one is 8 and 7. Okay, total is 24. So I save. So if I go to my PTG summary now, you can see now I am within the range because I have, total up of 40%. Then I can go for next for endorsement, and then first of all your program coordinator will endorse it, and then it will go to your deputy dean for final endorsement. Okay, so I hope this clear the doubt. So as long as it's within this 30 to 79%, then you can submit for endorsement. If it's below 30%, then you don't have to submit. In terms of the distribution of the hours, you have to adjust accordingly as long as you do not exceed what is in the course outline. So if you have further questions, you can go to tutorial section of this system or ask me directly.